Man, oh man, it is a lot going on in the world of Caitlin Clark. New sponsorships to the left, new deals to the right. It's a lot going on. We are gonna get to everything. Caitlin Clark, did you turn down $15 million? Oh, that's a boss move. Oh, that's a crazy boss move. That's a...
Imagine claiming you're the one bringing attention to the WNBA, only for Caitlin Clark to casually blink and land a $15 million offer, while Angel Reese is still waiting for someone to send her lunch money. It's the sharpest contrast you'll find in sports right now, Clark stacking millions with ease, Reese left with TikTok drama as her biggest headline. Call it the ultimate glow-up versus glow-down moment. And the story's only getting better, because Clark is about to return to the court.
So, Caitlin Clark, it has been revealed that Ice Cube offered her $1.5 million per game. And this is my favorite thing, is that the big three will use Caitlin Clark in every bit of their promotion. But you know, Rachel Demita quote tweet something about Caitlin Clark and she lost her job. Let's never forget that.
Caitlin Clark just turned down $15 million like it was nothing more than a coupon for half-off yogurt. That's the level of confidence we're talking about. Picture staring at a pile of cash taller than the Statue of Liberty and deciding to shrug it off. Most athletes would be dreaming of islands, luxury cars, or a golden driveway. Clark. She brushed it off like lint on her warm-up jacket.
Clark reportedly turned down $15 million. $15 million? Bro, 15. Hey, listen. I understand. You got Nike deals. You got freaking PGA Golf Tour, Live Golf Tour. You got hockey sponsor. I know you got a lot going on, but to turn down 15 M's, unrivaled. If y'all thought a few million and some equity was gonna get her to show up and play in your league, you got another thing coming. I said it. If Unrivaled want Caitlin Clark, y'all, a minimum of 10 million plus like 50% ownership of the whole league.
Let's be honest, $15 million in the WNBA isn't just a contract, it's a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. That's the kind of money that feels like the crown jewels, the Mona Lisa, and Beyoncé's Netflix password all rolled into one. We're talking generational wealth, retirement for your grandkids, and more iced lattes than you could drink in 3 lifetimes. But for Caitlin Clark, that still wasn't the number. And that's when it hits you, she's not just a basketball player. She's a brand, one that decides when and how she wants to play.
Tattoo voice of the big three talking about it.
15? I thought that she was 5.
No, 15. After it started at 5.
Right.
But the official final offer was $15 million for 10 weeks.
I wonder how much money Caitlin Clark is actually making. Like, I think that, like, some of those talks, apparently it costs, for her to go in person, it's like 200 grand for 30 minutes. Like, and she was doing three of those a week. Like, I would say Caitlin made $1 million off the Panini deal, minimum.
The league hasn't even had time to catch its breath. One day, the headlines are about Caitlin Clark's shopmaking, her logo threes, and her jersey sales. The next, she's brushing off an offer so massive you'd need a forklift to wheel it into the locker room. Just like that, without even trying, she reset the entire market. 15 million isn't the ceiling anymore, it's her I'll pass floor. Clark isn't chasing deals, she's swiping left on them like bad Tinder matches.
I'm sure you all remember Ice Cube and the Big Three, and he made this huge offer to Caitlin Clark, and everyone was wondering, is she gonna, I think they said publicly, I could have sworn they said 5 million, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, for what about a 10-week season, and would she take that? And then that, you know, put an emphasis on the 338,000 that she's getting over 4 years for the WNBA, and on and on, and of course she turned it.
Meanwhile, in the shadows, Angel Reese has to feel like the spotlight cut out in the middle of her performance. Not long ago, she was the one reminding everyone that she brought the eyes to the WNBA. Every camera, every microphone, every headline seemed to orbit around her. For a stretch, she was the self-declared ratings magnet, the cultural connector, the main attraction, but there's a cruel twist in the timing. Reese tried to make herself the gravitational center of the league, then Caitlin Clark turned down one paycheck, and the universe shifted. Fans aren't just watching Clark now, they're obsessed. Social media treats her rejection of $15 million like a cultural earthquake. The headlines read as if she'd negotiated world peace or invented a new kind of electricity. The details don't even matter, nobody remembers who put the deal on the table. What sticks is that Clark said no thanks. And with that, she became the unquestioned alpha of endorsements.
Caitlin Clark just made two of the most shocking business moves of the year. First, she looked a staggering $15 million offer right in the eyes and flat out rejected it. And we're going to show you exactly where that money came from and the real reason she said no. But the deal she accepted with Stanley reveals her true strategy, and it's a genius move that could make her far more than $15 million in the long term.
Imagine being a rival in the league right now. You hit a game winner at the buzzer, great moment, a few thousand likes. Caitlin Clark turns down a deal, and suddenly it's front page news worldwide. ESPN is breaking in with emergency segments. Talk shows are treating it like the moon landing. The hierarchy has shifted so quickly it probably gave Angel Reese whiplash. And the wildest part? This isn't even about basketball anymore. It's about narrative control. Clark has mastered the art of being the headline whether she's on the court or not. She just walked away from a number so big it could bankroll an entire expansion franchise. Instantly, nobody remembers Reese's I Bring the Eyes campaign. What makes Clark's move land even harder is how it came across, not arrogant, not showy. More like strategic disinterest. She knew something bigger, better, shinier was out there, and she wasn't about to undersell her value. Fans respected it. They applauded like she'd just given a TED talk on self-worth. Reese, meanwhile, tried to force herself into the cultural center by sheer volume, reminding everyone she was the draw. But here's the twist: sports always delivers. Attention doesn't stick to the loudest voice. It sticks to the one doing the unthinkable.
Offer to Caitlin Clark was $15 million for 10 games. I think the guy in the video says 10 weeks, but I can't remember if they play off the top of my head if they played more than a game a week. But yeah, think about that. She got $338,000 for 4 years in the WNBA. Now I know she makes a lot of money. I think she made $11.1 million in 2024 because of all her endorsements. I saw where she just got an endorsement from Stanley. The insanely overpriced cups. Sorry to anyone who likes Stan.
Caitlin Clark just did the unthinkable. She said no to more money than most WNBA players will see in a lifetime. And in that moment, Angel Reese's whole I Bring the Eyes campaign suddenly felt like an old ringtone. Catchy once, but instantly dated when the new hit drops. Fans are even joking about it. Reese still has a huge following, of course, but right now it feels like Clark's every sneeze would draw more headlines than Reese's best game of the season, because the $15 million wasn't just about the money. It was symbolic dominance. Clark rejecting it was her way of saying, "That's cute, but I know I'm worth more." It wasn't a paycheck she turned down, it was a statement. A MIC dropping, market-shifting statement. The timing only makes it more brutal. Reese is still reminding anyone who will listen that she brought attention to the league. Meanwhile, Clark is redefining what attention looks like. And she's about to step back on the court, where her play will line up perfectly with her off-court empire. That synergy is unmatched. Reese might still grab a storyline or two, but Clark is operating on an entirely different level of cultural relevance. She's not just in the WNBA. She's moving markets, bending narratives, and making even the league itself feel small in comparison.
15.
Woo!
After
50.
it started at 5,
Right.
But the official final offer was $15 million for 10 weeks. He must be making some good dough, and I just think that it was more like a league thing.
She didn't want to be
anything.
Yeah,
She had to give the WNBA
Yeah, and I'm sure many offers came to her, especially after that. I think we helped her.
Yeah, make more money.
with some more money. If anything, you got a name like Ice Cube offering you $15 million. on publicly, man, you got all that. That's all you need.
The whole thing feels like a reality show twist no one saw coming. Angel Reese thought she had the starring role, but Caitlin Clark turned down a check and instantly became the plot everyone's tuning in for. And this isn't just a short-term storyline. That rejection sets the stage for every future contract negotiation in women's sports. From now on, every player will measure their worth against Clark's casual "nah, I'll pass" moment. That's real power. One star is fighting to stay relevant. The other is brushing off empire-level money and watching the world explode in fascination. And the shock isn't just that Clark said no, it's what it represents. For decades, women's basketball has been fighting for financial recognition. Then Clark comes along and treats $15 million like pocket change. It's equal parts hilarious and revolutionary. While the rest of the league is counting pennies, she's brushing off millions like lint. That alone makes her the story. And as long as she's the story, Reese's old "I'm the reason people care" narrative will keep fading until it's little more than background noise. Once, Reese strutted around like the league's megaphone, wearing that title like a custom championship belt, reminding everyone in earshot that the WNBA had her to thank for the spotlight. But the spotlight has moved, and Clark isn't just standing in it. She's controlling it.